Thank you so much for you're the first show ever to embrace Mananalu. So I just want to say thank you, Drew. It means a lot to me.
It's the only thing we've drank here on the show, thanks to being able to work with your company. They've been so amazing to deal with and work with, and we had just truckloads come to the set, and this is how we roll over here at the show. Like, you're such a daily staple that we talk about. It's weird to finally be meeting you because we feel like you've been this huge mascot of advocacy and change, and it's something that I've talked about on the show because I wish that I had been more awake 20 years ago. It took me having kids. One of my daughters is born on Earth Day. But this is a very different state, a very different era. There's so much to unpack here. Yeah. You wanted to be, did you have fantasies of being like a marine biologist when you were a kid?
Yeah, it's funny because I went to school, I was born in Hawaii, but I was raised in Iowa with a single mother. And we were, I was very environmentally conscious when I was younger, and I always wanted to help the rainforest. And I was just extremely into wildlife biology, marine biology. And what ended up happening is that there was a place that I could go to in Iowa, this place called Central Campus, and you could go and study with scientists. And then in your summer, your spring break, you got to go down to Florida. And so I did that for 2 years, and that gave me like college credits. But I always wanted to, there's just, my calling was with environmental studies and marine biology. And so, when I ended up getting into acting, it was a complete fluke, and I happened to be at the right place at the wrong time, just kind of in Hawaii meeting my dad, and that's when I got into acting. But I never went back to school, and so I it's the one thing that it's really it's exciting being Aquaman now because it's something that's so dear to me, being native Hawaiian, being able to bring something back and being able to shout from my platform about the things that I want to change. And when you have kids, your kids, my kids, looking at you as Aquaman, I want to make a dent. And I want to, really stop the single-use plastic, because I kind of feel like the way I've traveled, the way we were before the pandemic, traveling around, you're constantly seeing, you're on a plane, you got plastic water bottle, but everything else is aluminum. You got the Cokes in aluminum, beer, sparkling water, but why is this little plastic bottle that's this big, 3 different types of plastic on it, is why are we still doing this? And so, I just wanted to be able to make that change, because we can, it's infinitely recyclable, and that's the most important thing. This can will be another can in 60 days. And so if we can eliminate that, if not, you just bring your own jug of water.
There you go. Now, everyone is very eager and excited about Aquaman 2. Any things to look forward to? Any details?
Well, I think, after we ended the first one, I went in with my writing partner, and I kind of dreamed up the second one, and we went in and we pitched the idea. And so it's really, the best thing I can give you is that I love it so much that I, participated in the writing of it. And so we did the first treatment, and then James and our original writer, David, finished it off. And, all of our hearts are in it, instead of just like getting a script and doing that. Like, you're 100% being encouraged by your director and co-writers. And so, that's exciting for me, and excited to go over there. I leave in July, and we start filming. So
maybe you really are Aquaman.
Thank you. I think it was good casting.
It really was.
I'm pretty happy with it too. Yeah.
You're in marine biology. You go to Hawaii to visit your dad. You get spotted. You get pulled from your focus, and eventually you get to Aquaman. So maybe it was all meant to be. But in the beginning, did you fake it until you made it? Is this true that you lied occasionally?
Yeah, when my first job was Baywatch Hawaii, and that's when they were, kind of steering away from the whole Hasselhoff thing, and he was leaving, and they came to Hawaii, and I was working in the family surf shop, and it was on the radio. It's just like this is massive casting call, and so you could be an extra. And as long as you're Hawaiian, you're an extra, and you get like $100 a day. I'm folding t-shirts for 60. I was like, I'll go down there. So I go down there with my cousins, and it's this big lineup. And really, we just went down there to meet ladies, and I'm 19 years old, and that's just how it was. And we went down there, and then sure enough, I got the lead role. And, but I had to, you had to have a resume. And so when we came in, they're like, "Well, do you have any modeling or acting experience?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I did Louis Vuitton, and I did some of the Gucci." And so basically just made up a bunch of stuff and wrote down that I modeled because I didn't act before. So now I'm here. Back then you couldn't really look it up. You know what I mean? Just like, oh yeah, this is it.
I love that.
That's right.
Listen, you credit your some of your toughness to your single mom. Is it true that you attribute a lot of your best qualities to your mom?
Yeah, I mean, she's she's my original best friend. It was just her and I against the world. So, she worked 3, 4 jobs, and you know, it baffles me how hard it is to be a single parent. So those are really the superheroes. I remember there'd be moments where she'd have this thing with cheesecake. I'm not a big dessert fan, but I love cheesecake. And my mom would come home from work and she would say, "Get in the car. We're gonna go to this place called Say Cheese." And the moment we would go get cheesecake, it'd be the moment that I knew that it was, power plug gonna get turned off, or the phone was gonna work, or basically we didn't have money. And she'd spend the last bit on just one cheesecake, and we'd eat it. So we'd always kind of celebrate, even if ship was going down for a little bit. And so I always try to, she just, a parent having to hold on to all those things inside and not have anyone to, another partner to talk about it with. So, but growing up like that just makes you kind of go appreciate the small things and work hard. And, through her eyes, I do believe, I got my mother's eyes in the sense that how she views and how she sees certain things and situations. So it definitely gets passed down to your kids.
I just have to stop there for a second and say, I've never heard anyone say it like that. I have my mother's eyes in the way that I see the world, or my perspective. I've never heard it put that way. That is the most soulful, poetic thing. I have my mother's eyes because of her. Wow, thank you for saying that. It's so beautiful to me. So thank you for sharing that story.
Absolutely.